for extra baggage. So don't forget to come and pick up your don't leave no pieces. You need to.
It's just a conversation. I didn't want to come back on here no more. And I'm telling you, I don't think I could do it anymore. To tell you about how Bishop Whitehead is so disrespectful out in these streets. I just saw a video of him talking to another, supposed to be pastor. And the pastor was talking to him on how to feed his sheep and how to, as pastors, we ought to, be there for our congregation and just giving him some advice, okay? Bishop Whitehead did listen. He did listen. And then when it came time for Bishop Whitehead to say something, he couldn't because the guy was talking over him, and Bishop told him he wasn't going to be able to talk to him if he's going to talk over him. So it all boils down to the guy kept talking, so Bishop Whitehead hung up on him. So instead of Bishop Whitehead, just hanging up and saying, see, this is why we can't talk because we're talking over each other, whatever. He goes on to talk about how the man, because the man he looks to be albino, and he has, one of his eyes is kind of goes off to the left or to the right. And this man was probably born like this, okay? And so he goes off and start having a little tantrum about, you need to get your eye fixed. And you talking, telling me what I need to do at my church. You don't know what I do at my church. I just paid money to have some of my members go through therapy. And, what you need to do is you need to get your eye fixed. You don't know whether you're going right or left because you can't see. He just started off on a tantrum after he hung up from the man about this man's eye. Listen, sir. I mean, it is what it is. His eye is like that. You have flaws that on you too. We all do. But to talk about the man's eye because the man wouldn't let you talk, and you guys began to talk in a forceful way to one another to where you had to hang up because he wouldn't let you talk. Man, dude, how old are we? Why are you talking about the man's eye? I don't get how you're supposed to talk about people like that. But he has a lot of pent up regression or something, because whatever's going on in his life, the streets is talking allegedly that his wife left him. Allegedly that he, it's not alleged that he went to jail. That's not what I'm saying. He went to jail recently. But he went to jail and bailed out, and allegedly is supposed to be for fraud. I'm not getting into all of that about his church and what he's done, what he ain't done. I don't care. But what I care about, see, Bishop thinks that, from what I'm seeing, that people are coming for him, so he gonna come for them. Really? When is it gonna stop? I'm tired of talking about, now you getting petty. You petty. We're getting down to the fact of it's a get back thing. People come for me, I'm gonna come for them. When we gonna stop? Bishop, if you stop, they'll stop. Just let it go. Let people talk. They talked about Jesus. Jesus didn't tell the man that his eye was crooked. I don't think Jesus would have told a man that. But then again, that's Jesus and you ain't Jesus. But at the same time, you need to realize what's important. Once the man wasn't going to talk to you and he overtalked you and you explained to him, I'm not going to overtalk you. You were right about that. You shouldn't. It was your turn to talk. You're right about that. But then once he didn't and you hung up, that should have been the end of it. Said, okay, you guys, I tried. He wouldn't let me. Get off the line or talk about whatever else you want to talk about. But to start talking about the man's eye because he disrespected you and called you ignorant. Yeah, he shouldn't have called you ignorant. No, he shouldn't have called you ignorant. But because he called you ignorant, now you're going to talk about his eye. So what are we doing? Tit for tat here? What are we doing? Is this how we moving? This how you moving? Don't that's unnecessary. But now you in the social media light as being a bully or as being a messy person or being uh 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 downright ridiculous. What is going on? Hey, if they want to talk to you, they talking crazy, do what you did. Hang up. You don't have to listen to nobody if you don't want to. Just hang up. But you don't have to talk about people because he called you ignorant. He looked ignorant, yelling, and wouldn't let you talk. To me, that's how he looked. He the one looked ignorant. You could have kept your level head and just let the man talk. But that was in my opinion. And I guess it don't mean that much to you or anybody. But I get you. I got you. I feel you. But at that point, when the man wouldn't let you talk, you hung up. That should have been the end of it. And to explain or say, hey, to your fans or whatever, people, your followers, see what I tell y'all, people won't let you say nothing. But you called him names about his eye because he called you ignorant, when really you didn't have to say anything, Bishop. He was already showing himself to be ignorant. Now, I wanted to come over here and talk about it because he's on these social media streets and he's tearing it up. He tearing it up. He getting anybody that's coming in his way. Anybody that's got something to say, he chewing them up and spitting them out. Listen, it's not that serious. Okay? Focus on what you got to do, Bishop Whitehead. Focus on your life. Let these people out here in these streets talk. Let them say what they going to say. They going to talk anyway. Okay? They talked about Jesus. So if they talking, they giving you free advertisement. Whether it's true or not, they still doing it. But to call people names and you're held as a bishop, it's not, that's not cool. That ain't cool. That's not looked upon as cool. You know. So if people coming for you, I understand. I got you. I feel you. I feel you. But moving like this, calling people names, and second grade, junior high, high school maybe, that's what that is. He called you ignorant. You should have said, brother, peace be unto you. But I'm not ignorant. And then got offline. But then again, that's me, the way I would handle it. You handled it the way you wanted to handle it. But then you get all this negative feedback on your live, and I'm reading the comments that people are saying about you. How mature are you? We doing that, Bishop? I mean, come on. We ain't got to do that. We ain't got to do that. We ain't got to talk about the man's eye and stuff. It don't even make any sense. Where are we going? It's like you spinning your wheels. Just you deep in mud and you just spinning. You just spinning. You ain't going nowhere until you get pulled out of that mud. You're going to need some help. So you spinning your wheels because people going to keep talking. And you know people like mess. So they're going to keep antagonizing you and making you say stuff like this to stay irrelevant. But which, it don't make neither party irrelevant. It makes you just what he said, ignorant. So, to all my followers on Just a Conversation, man, I've been following this story, but I don't really like to talk about this kind of stuff. I don't get into it. I just don't. But this is what's out there right now. This is what's happening. He blowing up social media with this rant he's on, and people are coming for him. Now, the streets is talking. Streets is saying all kind of stuff about it. I'm not going to go into it because it's going to be alleged anyway, even if it's true. But I don't want to come after Bishop Lamar either. I don't want to talk about him like that, because he's a person too, you guys, and he has feelings. Whether he's right or he's wrong, he still has feelings. And whatever he's going through it. But to antagonize him right now, I don't think nobody needs to talk to him. I don't think nobody needs to call him and do anything. I think you should like he said, let me go through my Job. Let him go through it. Let him go through it. His friends came to Job and told Job, you ought to do this, you ought to do this, you ought to do this. His wife told him he ought to cuss God and die. He didn't do none of that. So let him go through just like Job did. He even said it on one of his lives. Let me go through my Job. So why don't we just leave him alone for a minute? Just leave him alone. Let him rant and rave and do what he's doing. Just leave the man alone. Then we could cut all this out with him getting into it with this pastor, this. Come on, we can't do nothing. He's not listening. Leave him alone. So I wanted to come over here and talk about that. And then I'm going to come back a little bit later on this evening, try to. And because I got another disgusting thing I want to talk about. I'm not understanding it. But Bishop Whitehead is exposing people. Now, whether he got receipts on this stuff, I don't know. But I'll come back and talk about it. Whether he got receipts on it, I don't know, honey. I don't know. That's all alleged. I don't know. But I want to talk about the church in itself and where is it going? And what's happened to all the people that have been victimized in the church? Where they at? Are they talking now? How are they feeling? How are they living? I want to get into that because I got a little story to tell about something like that. Nothing happened to me because it couldn't have been me. But I got a story to tell. Some people may not like it. I really don't care. Because if you... See, I'm the kind of person, if you've done something, it's time you own up to it. Okay? We try to hide and don't want people to know exactly what we're doing with our life. But yet and still, we want to, play like everything is cool. No. So I'm going to come back on here in a little bit, maybe in a couple hours, and show y'all or tell y'all or whatever I do. I don't know what I'm going to do. How this church world has affected a lot of people and the people that are around it. So hold on, I'll be back. But in the meantime, we just had a little conversation. And I'll be back a little bit later. Bye. Take care.
For extra baggage, so don't forget to come and pick up your don't leave no pieces. You need to.
Okay. I want to come on real quick to say what I got to say, and then I got to go. Lamar Whitehead. He at it again. So apparently word on the street is that, that yesterday morning his wife tried to leave him. And there's a law, never heard of this law, gotta look it up, but it's a law saying that on Sundays you can't move. Physically get a truck and move. So the law was called out, so that stopped his wife from moving. Now, allegedly it's been said that he hits her and stuff, and I know he's verbally abusive because he's verbally abusive to everybody and to anybody he's talking to. So right now, she's not there. She already set this up to leave. So, when a woman's fed up, y'all done heard the song, When a Woman's Fed Up. There ain't nothing you can do about it. I ain't gonna say the words because the person that's locked up now made that song, but when she's fed up, ain't nothing you can do about it. She sit there and she wait. And she wait. And she wait. But while she's waiting, she's putting things away so she can make her next move. Okay? So you out there think you got it going on, shucking and jiving and doing whatever you doing, while she's somewhere else putting her little eggs in another whole basket because she don't want to be with you no more. So now she's fed up. She gone. So this all happened on Sunday morning, January 8th, Sunday morning. She was out of there. Oh, and her whole family came. And see, she set it up that way so her family could come. I don't blame her because she knew what was going to go down. She already knew what he was going to do. He done already told her, stupid man, done told her what he'll do if she try to leave or whatever. So she had her plan already, out there. But she didn't know that there was going to be a law that she can't move with a moving truck and all that. Yeah. She couldn't do it. So I just came on to pop on to let y'all know that Lamar Whitehead is at it again. So now, I done heard a whole bunch of alleged stuff about girlfriends, whatever, his new church, whatever. But all of it's just coming down on him. So I wanted to let y'all know that he's up to it again. And that this time, I got something on my glasses. And that this time, wifey is, she ain't playing with him. She's out. Now, whether she gonna talk or say whatever she gonna say or tell his business, I don't know. But she want to be left alone from him. And I don't blame her. So, when I get something else, I'll let y'all know. But this is just a quick one.
For extra baggage, so don't forget to come and pick up your. Don't leave no pieces.